Okay, let's talk about how do we brew a cup of tea or how do we brew a pot of tea. And whether you do a cup or a pot is going to depend on a few things. Are you having a bunch of people over that you're serving? Maybe you're going to have more than one cup and you want to brew a whole pot, whatever the case may be. I'm going to show you both. So first and foremost is let's look at how to brew an entire pot of tea. So here you're going to see behind me on the stove, I have our Prism teapot and you can see it's boiling. And what's awesome about that is it's so fun to watch it through the glass. And this particular teapot is made out of a borosilicate glass, so it's safe for stovetop use even though it's glass. Now some of you may not have one of our teapots, at least yet, so you may have just a traditional teapot like you see here. That's perfectly okay too. So what do we do with it? How do we infuse it, right? So let's take a look. I am going to come over here with our teapot. So this is the teapot we just had on the stove. If I want to do the entire teapot here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take our 1 pot of teaspoon that I have. I'm going to scoop out an entire scoop of loose leaf tea. And then this particular teapot, the Prism teapot, comes with this infuser. So you would put your entire scoop of loose leaf tea inside the infuser. You pop open the top here and you drop that infuser right down in there, and then you steep your tea. Now tea times and how long you steep them is very important, and there's going to be another section on that for you to take a look at. But that's how you could infuse this entire pot of tea. Now, if you don't have this special type of teapot, that's perfectly okay too. You would just simply take your scoop, your 1 pot of tea scoop, and you would put it into our steeping sacks. And this is what our steeping sacks look like. They're biodegradable, but you would put it in here, and then you would just drop this right down into your teapot. And then you could still brew the entire pot, and then you would take this out and discard it, and then you have your pot of tea ready to go. So next we're going to look at how to brew a cup of tea, because there's a couple of different things you can use. You can use mugs with universal infusers, you can use tumblers with built-in infusers. There's a couple of different ways to do that. So we're going to look at that next.